What's up, everybody? Well, today I thought I'd go ahead and show to you another rainbow that's in my collection. This is something I have been searching high and low for a while now. Now it's finally in my possession. What I have here is a rainbow D4c SE PE. Basically, the PE stands for Performance Edition, SE stands for Special Edition. Basically, this is as new as the D4s come, and this was the model before the E-Series came into existence. And this one is new enough to have the PN2 power brush, one of the arguably more desirable power brushes designs from Rainbow. And how I ended up getting this was, it all started from when I just bought the motor unit separately for surprisingly cheap, but like my regular D4c SE, this had motor problems, which caused me to tear it down and completely rebuild this motor as well. But since I already did it on my SE, my regular one, I decided the rebuild process is about the same, so at least I know how to tear one down, so let's go for it. So now it's got a fully rebuilt motor, and then I later bought the PN2 with the extension wand, as well as the electric hose, all separate. So now I have made a fully running and fully complete Rainbow D4c SE PE. And I made sure the motor unit I went for was the later style, which this is what it came with right here. When I first bought this motor unit, the entire upper piece of the motor unit was all just fogged up. I originally thought it was a lighter translucent color, but I think the previous owner might have sucked up a lot of baby powder or something, which you honestly shouldn't do because these don't really have post filtration, which is some weird thing about this. Rainbow just never used filters until the E-Series came out, and they were sucking on baby powder, and this thing was just spewing that stuff all over my room when I first turned it on. And of course it got into the bearings and damaged them, so which caused me to get all 3 new motor bearings. But now that that's all done, it's back and running good. And here is the hose. It's the later Rainbow D4 design where the hose has a cord that runs through the hose up to the handle right here, and which this is the later style one that has the little trigger here to basically turn on and off the brush roll. As you let go, the brush roll will turn off. When you grab a hold and pull the trigger, the brush roll will turn on. And here's where it gets connected in, right here. And then as it runs down here, and here's the big boy PN2 power brush. You have your reset button right here for in case something were to get jammed in the motor and shut the brush roll off. You basically just press this and then you're back in business. And here's a little indicator to let you know that your brush roll is working. And right here is your little trim right here, and then power nozzle SE lettering there. And let's go ahead and tip this thing back to show you the underneath. Oops. Here is its original brush roll. This has very soft and very dense bristles, but the bristles, yeah, like I said, are soft and dense, but they have a nice little stiffener on the back, which kind of gives it a beater bar effect. Basically just keeps these soft bristles straight and stiff, so it creates better agitation that way. And it definitely agitates the carpet fantastic. And right here are your little side cleaning brushes, later editions of the PN2, when they went into the E series, these came as adjustable wheels for carpet height adjustment. So this just has a fixed carpet height setting. Right here is actually a little 2 latches that hold the bottom plate on, so that's how you get access to your belt. Let me see if I can show you that on camera. See right here, this is where the belt is on one of these. Eventually this will get caked up with dust, which, yeah, you can just simply blow and clean it out as best as you can. Which, that's the only drawback to having this design with that oddball center belt. Which, now let's go ahead and put this guy back in. Alright, and that'll just latch back in place. Now let's go ahead and tip her back up. Now let's go ahead and move over to the motor unit. So typical Rainbow D4 fare, you have your power switch on the front top of the motor unit. You have your little Rainbow SC lettering right there. And your attachment caddy with attachments on either side. You have your upholstery tool, bare floor tool, dusting brush, and crevice tool. These are all generic replacement parts. And there's your warning label to say to use a PN2 power brush only. Doesn't matter which power brush you run on this. You can run even the older style and it won't hurt the motor. So here are your release latches right there on either side. This is the later latch design where it doesn't have the wood trim on them anymore. And the wheel caddy doesn't have the wood trim on them anymore like the motor unit does. That's something Rainbow eventually just shifted away from in these later models. So down here is your separator. Very nice design. This definitely has a lot of airflow than the old design and the early model Rainbows. And right up here is the model unit, or the model number, I should say. It's not easy to see because it's essentially etched in the plastic. I really wish there was some kind of tag put there so it could be easily spotted. But here is the water basin. It's already pre-filled with water for demonstration purposes later in the video. So now let's go ahead and set this back on top. Connect the power brush back up. Now let's go ahead and come around to the back to where your cord is. And this is where it mounts. Use your release lever right here. You just pull that off and release your power cord. And the cord is surprisingly long for a canister. I originally expected it to be a lot shorter because the length of the hose would definitely make up for how short the cord is, but it's pretty nice. Just gonna plug this guy in. And before I give it a quick run, let's go ahead and show you this little back gadget right here for your exhaust cap. Basically, it's held in by just screwing on. Let me see if I can't do this on camera. It's a very, very tight fit. I might have to sit you guys down to unscrew this. If I can. Oy. Okay, well, I can't get it off. But anyway, while I have to fix that off camera, that comes off to let you give the capability of connecting the hose on the back and using this as a blower. So yeah, I don't know why that cap is not coming off, but at least it's still there. But anyway, that's not a major deal. But anyway, let's go ahead and give this thing a quick little run. So let's go ahead and turn it on here. Motor runs very slow. And now, the moment you all have been waiting for. Let's go ahead and turn the brush roll on and show you a little cleaning action. So simply to turn this on, just pull the trigger and just start cleaning. An idea of just how strong the agitation is, I can actually feel the floor vibrating behind me. That's just how strong the agitation is on these PN2s. Sounds very nice. Definitely cleans well. And before we end the video, let's go ahead and disconnect the wand end front on the power brush. It's one thing I do like about the later PN2 model D4s. It actually is held in place by a little latch pin right here that you just press and it just pulls out, along with disconnecting the cord. And now you're able to use your onboard tools instead of having to run all the way back to fetch your non-electric wet hose. Now let's go ahead and show you that. Does have okay suction. You're going to use your crevice tool. Dusting brush. Upholstery tool. And lastly, your bare floor cleaning tool. It actually attaches in place by these little metal wands. Basically, just slide the end in like so and twist it around, and then it locks in place. Then just attach your little metal extension wands together. And also attach the hose end into it. And now you got a bare floor tool. Of course, this would work better if it were on bare floors. Go ahead and disconnect this. You just twist this around and pull it out. Then you can just reconnect your power brush. Alright. Very nice round machine. Well, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this full video on the Rainbow D4c SE PE. Be sure and stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.